Oh, Wachowski, so good to have you back at Warner Brothers.
Well, what can I say? Lana and I have wanted to work with you guys again for a long time. Wait, are we doing this right?
What do you mean?
I mean, Lana used to be Larry, so should we get a man to play the part?
No, she's a woman now, so it makes sense.
But she used to be a man.
Yeah, but we don't have any women who used to be men.
I think Jim used to be a woman but turned into a man.
Really?
I don't know, he said it when he was drunk.
Would that really work, though, because he's a man now?
But he's a transsexual. Does it make more sense to have a woman who's not a transsexual or a transsexual that's a transsexual the other way around?
Look, I'm pretty sure it won't matter if we don't address it.
It's the internet. That never works.
Okay, we've all played different genders before, though, so clearly we don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but it's like the first real-life transsexual we're representing. I just want to make sure I don't piss anybody off.
Oh, you mean like because I'm black and because she's a woman, we suddenly represent all blacks and all women?
Exactly.
Whoa, who says that?
Everybody
It's
says
the
that.
internet. That's just how it works.
We apologize for losing track of this sketch. We're going to assume that you just want to see a review of Jupiter Ascending. Please note that we do not discriminate against the Wachowskis for anything except that they made Jupiter Ascending. We now return to a hopefully more focused routine.
So, Wachowskis, what did you have in mind?
Well, something big and expensive.
Big shot.
You know Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Oh, that gigantic piece of...
Awesomeness? We loved it too. That's why we want to do a film exactly like that.
Except we want to replace all the boring dialogue and exposition.
With even more boring dialogue and exposition.
That sounds incredibly backwards.
Oh, but you know how all the characters took themselves too seriously.
Nobody liked that.
Making the story seem more important than it really is.
Amazingly unpopular.
When really, they're just a person who's bored with their lives, who discovers that they're amazing.
I literally saw that on the Disney Channel.
That's our story.
Oh, and there's spaceships.
Been done.
Rocket boots.
Been done.
Huge computer-generated backgrounds.
Am I even in the room right now?
And so much backstory and made-up names, you'll feel more like homework than it will entertainment.
Okay, you clearly have a story that's 20 years behind, is made of mostly boring dialogue, rips off every sci-fi movie known to man, and you want millions of dollars from us after several critical and box office failures.
Pretty much, yeah.
Definitely.
How the hell did you get money from us?
170 million sound all right? Good. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. What does it take to make a great epic? Oddly enough, the answer might not be as complicated as you think. Introduce character or characters, make them interesting and identifiable, and put them in a challenging journey that will alter who they are by the end of the story. Some do this well, others not so much, but most would agree those are the essential elements. But then you get the writers who think it should be focused on other elements, like complicated details and backstories, made up names that sound cool in some environments but fucking ridiculous in others.
Jupiter, help, please.
Giant fake explosions over giant fake landscapes with people going, ah! And of course, people looking really, really serious and never smiling once because we can identify with them easier that way. Sadly, some writers out there think this is what makes a big epic, and the Wachowskis are a perfect example of that. Yeah, I know I picked on them a lot recently, but I'm sorry, it's just too damn easy. They keep making the same mistakes over and over. These are people so convinced that they can do epics well that they tried to make a cartoon about a car, a boy, and his monkey epic. They made up their own bullshit language to look important, even though nobody could follow what the hell they were saying. And of course, they spent over $170 million on one of their biggest bombs ever, Jupiter Ascending. Who needs likable characters or an understanding what's going on? We got big sounding words. People who whisper half their lines while screaming the rest. And literally, so many ripoffs of other sci-fi films that listing them would probably take up the entire review. So I am officially setting up a side pod of annoyance, just to go over all the movies this film is obviously ripping off while I go through the review. It's the Wachowskis, so you know there's a lot to get through. Let's take a gander at Jupiter Ascending. The movie opens with a narration from our main character, played by Mila Kunis.
Technically speaking, I'm an alien.
Shut up, Meg.
My parents met at the university in St. Petersburg.
Her parents are happy that a bouncing baby boar is on the way, but suddenly a bunch of thugs come in to kill the father. Why, you may ask? For the money. Yeah, really, you don't need any more than that, just the money. He could have used that money to cure cancer, or used it to smoke kittens' heads. It's just the money. You get it. It explains so much about the character and the situation. Yeah, don't worry though, this is the only time you'll wish they went into more detail. In fact, savor this moment. You'll find it's a curious rarity.
Somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic, she pushed me out. I was born without a country, without a home,
Without a script either.
with Jupiter rising at 23 degrees ascendant. This is supposed to mean that I am destined for great things, and that I will find the one true love of my life.
Nah, still sounds stupid. You could say that name means dinosaurs fighting sharks with laser nipples. It's still never gonna fly.
I think it's a good name.
Who are you?
The voice actress for Sailor Jupiter.
How random. So naturally, a beautiful woman named Jupiter gets the only job a beautiful woman named Jupiter would get: janitor.
I hate my life.
If only high-paying jobs favored hot people. We then cut to, I think, bounty hunters who are looking for... You know what? I'm just gonna play a game with you. It's called Try to Care. No, really, just listen to these clubbing fry guys for a couple seconds and see if you can give a shit to what's going on. Really try. Try to get invested.
Another hunter.
Index Legion. He was a skyjacker.
How'd you know that?
The boots.
There was a hunter in the Legion to track a single gene in the Gaia.
You see? It's impossible. They're just saying stuff. Not speaking dialogue, saying stuff. There's a big difference. They're just trying to say important sounding exposition that we've heard in a million films before. There's nothing original about it. Gee, are they all gonna fire the guy and miss too?
Note to self, stop asking if stupid stuff will happen, because then stupid stuff will happen.
Well, at least he has his episode 1 shield while reenacting the Masters of the Universe movie. Up, that's what the side pod is for, keep it focused. We then cut to... Well, I would have said Rivendell, but both work, as we're introduced to one of our villains named Balaam, played by Academy Award winner Eddie Redmayne.
I have not crossed the vastness of space for your pleasantries, Mr. Knives.
A decision we're rapidly regretting. I'm not even kidding, this is how he sounds throughout the entire film.
What was necessary to rule? I want Miss Dunley be found. Double our security deployment to destroy. You will confess your genetic incapacity.
It's incredible, it's like we're listening to the fucking God Pigeon.
The God Pigeon says if you're gonna wear tight leather, you better expect laughs.
Meanwhile, one of Jupiter's friends/clients is asking for advice on an outfit. And just trying to sneak in a horny underwear shot like most sci-fi movies these days. But the most phoned-in aliens farted out the cliched anus arrive doing... Honestly, I don't know. I think they're like men's rights activists. This is just what they do when they see a woman for the first time. Jupiter does what any person would do when they see their best friend in danger. Take a picture, when the aliens suddenly erase their memories. But that doesn't stop her from discovering the picture later. And having absolutely no reaction to it. Oh, just another night of anal groping by unknown life forms at my BFFs. Or as I like to call it, Tuesday. But Jupiter can't think of this now, as she's going to a fertility clinic to get some extra money to buy a telescope. No, really, that's one of the subplots.
Why is it that you get 10 grand and I get 5? I mean, they're not your eggs.
That's capitalism, babe. Profits flow up.
And just to be clear, this is the comedic part of the film, folks. Get it? Where the aliens attack again, even though they probably could have just done this the last time they saw her. She's saved by a man named Kane, played by Channing Tatum, who takes her to the Sears Tower because I'm sure no security would be at that place.
It can be difficult. People from underdeveloped worlds to hear that their planet is not the only inhabited planet in the verse.
We're a species so advanced we call the universe the verse. Behold, as I prepare to shorten your most popular orange drink to Sunny D.
There's a problem at the clinic.
News reaches Michael Crawford's falsetto, who doesn't seem very happy with the news.
Destroy any ship that comes near the planet.
Where the fuck did that come from? Christ, I hope he doesn't sporadically scream like that on date night. Hey baby, what do you say we watch Orange is the New Black? Tatum tells her that she is needed elsewhere in the verse. And they almost have what I guess is a romantic scene, but we don't really know anything about these characters, therefore you can't feel any chemistry. So I'll just point out how they're ripping off Superman Returns. But hey, at least we now know somebody watched Superman Returns. But more Callista Flockhart aliens are on the prowl, and they have actually a pretty decent chase throughout most of Chicago. But it goes on for so fucking long that you wish they would bump into better Chicago action scenes.
Look out for the Joker!
The city, though, is immediately fixed, and the aliens wipe all of the people's memories. Tatum is hurt pretty bad, but thankfully Jupiter has a maxi pad. I don't even know what kind of joke to make about that. For when you need to stop bleeding from more places than one. No, it's too weird, I got nothing. He takes her to his good friend Stinger, played by Sean, fuck you, I'm not gonna die in another role, Beaton. They decide to fight each other because they really like that cliche of two old friends meeting again and not getting along. Come on, even Ernest Save Christmas did that one. But Jupiter distracts them with her incredible power of stupid things.
Your Majesty.
So, why did the bees obey her? Get a load of this.
No, bees are genetically designed to recognize royalty. They sense it.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having trouble with this one. The whole movie. It is so surreally strange, I'm having trouble coming up with stuff to say about it. We have naked crypt keepers climbing the wall, maxi pads used as band-aids, and now bees that recognize royal tarts. And they're treating all of it like it's just common knowledge. It's like anything normal you'd find in any other great epic. Is there anything else so amazingly stupid you practically make it impossible to comment on?
Your people kill the dinosaurs.
Technically, they're your people, Majesty.
You know, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. What are you doing? Come here. All right, get over there. Hey, get over there. Now comment on the scene. Why? Because this movie is so high on itself, only a drug addict could respond to it.
Your people kill the dinosaurs.
Technically, they're your people, Majesty.
Ooh, I bet they also created the parallel dimension in the Super Mario Brothers movie. That'll do. Get out of here. Piss off. It makes sense. I said piss off. Ow! Actually, it does kind of make sense. I hope you really like someone asking a question and someone else answering it, cause you're in for a great big fuck of it.
You had wings?
Bioneural synaptic prosthetic the military could buy.
Why won't those human beings share things like this?
Sharing has never been the strong suit of your species.
Is he mad at me?
The splicer that bred him had to sell him to the Legion for a loss.
Ugh, I don't care. Next scene.
Why did he get court-martialed?
It's acting entitled.
I don't care. Next scene.
Do you know what this will do?
I don't think that most people...
Oh my god, how many questions does this bitch have?
A dangerous human predator called a Sargon. Obviously before any colonization or resource development could be done safely to your planet. A large-scale extinction.
You know, this is like instead of experiencing the awesomeness of Lord of the Rings, you're instead forced to hear the appendix throughout most of it.
Helm was brought from the Hornberg and laid in the ninth mound. Ever after, the white Cymbeline grew there most thickly, so that the mound seemed to be Listen. If you do not stop, I shall be forced to close the book and do something awesome. I wouldn't do that to you. When Freyalov died, a new line of mounds was begun.
Suddenly, oh no! Something not talking related is about to happen.
They're here.
Take your shirt off and let's get going. They try to outrun the intruders by fleeing into the fields.
Not the bees! Not the bees! Oh, they're in my eyes! My obviously not royal eyes!
But they manage to grab her and take her away while... So remember, folks, the next time you see a crop circle in a cornfield, it's not a bunch of pretentious attention seekers who could be doing something better with their time. It's the Wachowskis. So she's taken apparently to a safe part of the verse, where the person who demanded her kidnapping seems surprisingly not harmful.
I'm Kalik. Jupiter Jones.
Stop the film. Stop the film. She is not named Jupiter Jones. It's impossible. It is actually a mental impossibility for anyone to give someone a goddamn idiotic first and last name like that and expect to be taken seriously. Do you not have that alarm in your head? I don't know if you know this, but every human being has an alarm in their head to prevent something like this from happening. So if you're saying like a keyboard and typing, oh, I don't know, something like Jupiter Jones, this little alarm goes off saying, fucking stupid, stop! Fucking stupid, stop! Hell with it. I'm just calling her Duck Dodgers. I honestly can take that fucking name more seriously than Jupiter goddamn idiot Jones. Unless she's a space cowgirl with a laser lasso riding a rocket horse, that name will never work. Call me when you name her Mercury Moxie. So the ruler of this realm tells Duck Dodgers that she is the reincarnation of her mother, and that it's Dodgers' responsibility to be queen once more. There, I said that in one sentence. Why does it take the movie 10 minutes to explain that?
Genes have an almost spiritual significance. They are the seeds of our immortality. When the exact same genes reappear in the exact same order, it is for us what you would call reincarnation. My mother was born before your first cities were built. The difference between us is our knowledge.
This movie is like school. I'm in fucking school!
It's common for people in the first estate to leave a trust for any potential recurrence. Right now, Balem owns the title to Earth. Once you claim it, the Earth will belong to you.
Mr. Critic?
What?
What did we just say?
Oh, government, space gargoyles, live long and prosper?
See me after class.
Oh. They try to break up the scene a bit by showing Tatum busting in to save her, but even that doesn't seem to get in the way of their fucking talking.
Well made, by the look of it.
He has contacted the Aegis.
I got a gun.
They are entering orbit now.
It's pretty badass.
Excellent. I had planned to take you myself.
Okay, I killed a lot of guards. In honor of their memory, you should at least turn and acknowledge that I'm here.
Tatum finds out her kidnappers aren't evil, thus him and Duck Dodgers share what I guess is a romantic moment as he talks about his wolf-like qualities.
I'm a splice. You don't understand what that means, but I have more in common with a dog than I have with you.
I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
Not that I want to rewind anything in this movie, but could we hear that line again?
I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
Okay, this is a new breed of dumb. Like, this is kind of a discovery. If you were to take the pretentious awkwardness of Shyamalan and mix it with Uwe Boll's incomprehension of reality, you would have this brand new species of fuckery. We are tampering with terrible that has never been tampered with before. We are witnessing the birth of new dumb. It's actually kind of beautiful. Could you say that line again as if you're verifying that you wrote an actual funny line?
I love dogs. Huh.
That's actually bringing a tear to my eye. Is there a way to put you in a frame, movie? So you'll be happy to know that all that talking and exposition has been building up to something even more exciting than that. Standing in line and filling out paperwork. Yeah, for reals, they have to authenticate her title as queen, which involves them waiting for hours and filling out various forms. Now, to their credit, this scene is more an homage to the sci-fi classic Brazil than it is a ripoff. I know this not only from a similar visual style and tone, but also having its director Terry Gilliam cameo and even quoting an exact line of techno jargon.
You are in direct violation of Statute 27B/6.
Have you got a 27B/6?
But even that goes on forever! You can practically count your brain cells popping every second it's on screen! 32, 33, 34. So she gets her stamp of queeniness. Sniff it, it smells like lemon. When Duck Dodger suddenly realizes, maybe she doesn't want to be queen. Yeah, good timing to come to that conclusion.
I will admit there are things about my life that I would like to change. That doesn't make me a different person. It doesn't change the things that matter to me or who I care about.
Like cleaning toilets and hating my life.
Is there something happening to you right now? Does any part of you want to bite me?
You know, Lana Wachowski, now that you've made the transition into becoming a woman, and you've been very brave coming out about it and trying to raise awareness and really standing up for transsexual rights, I mean, good for you, and I really mean that in all honesty, fantastic, wonderful job, you should be very proud, but now that you are a woman, don't you think you could write them a bit better? I mean, this character has done nothing throughout the entire film. Her biggest contribution so far is asking if she could have a different dress.
Actually, you know what? I'm feeling a little overdressed, so if you maybe have something that I could change into.
She said nothing interesting, done nothing interesting. She's just a complete and useless tool. All she's done so far is get kidnapped. Hell, why don't you just have her get kidnapped again? She seems to be really good at that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't make this harder than it has to be.
Jesus Christ, lady! Princess Peach is telling you to toughen up! You're being made fun of at damsel parties! Bella is making fun of you! Bella! So, the person who kidnaps her is the brother of the last person who kidnapped her, and they partake in, what do you think? Even more talking! But I know what you're thinking. What the fuck are they gonna talk about now that they've used every word in the goddamn English language? Eyebrows?
I was very close to my mother. That I could tell by the way she raised her eyebrows exactly what she was thinking.
That's right! They're so desperate to talk that even fucking eyebrows become a subject matter!
What makes you think Khalik told you the truth?
Why would she lie?
Khalik is in competition with Belen.
Same can be said for you.
Shut
I
up,
knew this
shut
moment
up,
would come.
shut up! Jesus Christ, man, what the hell is wrong with you? Please, just shut up! Fuck!
So, if I'm following it correctly, hey, give me some credit, it's not the easiest thing to do. He says he can take over her queenly duties if she marries him. So it's kind of like marrying her son. That's messed up. Not realizing that he plans to kill her after the wedding. So Tatum has to stop the beautiful love interest from marrying the evil bad guy as he blasts through a bunch of ships to stop the ceremony. It's like if Roland Emmerich directed The Graduate.
He was going to murder you.
I don't believe my mother was ever as beautiful or as gullible as you, my dear.
Well, that was a complete waste of time. What are we gonna do now? Okay, I'm just gonna give you a heads up. You need to be sitting down for this. I'm not even kidding. If you're standing up or you're walking, looking at this on your phone or a tablet or something like that, you need to sit down. Because this is actually kind of amazing. It's actually kind of beyond belief what they do next. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? You comfortable? You good? You need a pillow or something? You're good? Okay. What do they do next? The exact same goddamn thing again. By Jesus, I wish I was joking. Honest to cock, it's beyond belief. But they literally repeat the exact same storyline that they just told us. Duck Dodgers again is kidnapped. A brother of the first kidnapper is again the one that does it. He wants to get his hands on her through some legal ceremony, and Tatum once again has to come in to save her. The only difference is this guy wants to destroy all life on Earth and has kidnapped her family to force her to say yes, but aside from that, the following 20 minutes is an exact carbon copy of the last 20 minutes. Oh my God. I should be angry. I should be fuming with rage that they actually thought they could take the exact same plot line they just fucking gave us and give it to us again, insultingly thinking that we somehow wouldn't notice. But at this point, it doesn't matter. I am watching Valhalla fall. It's so grand in its destruction, so puzzling in its death, so divine in its failure, that it really is a mind-blowing spectacle to behold. It is beautiful and heinous all at the same time. An incredible mixture of birth and Armageddon. All we need to top off this explosion of mediocrity is a performance so bad it will be our Brunhilde riding the winged horse into the flames. Eddie, will you be our Brunhilde?
My mother taught me.
Like killing people?
I create life!
Thy will is done. Yep, the majority of this final act all belongs to him. And by God, does he do well at whispering that final nail into position and screaming it down into the coffin? It is quite literally a miracle of bad.
My mother made me understand that every human society is a pyramid.
Is that why you killed her?
How dare you!
You know, as entertaining as he is, I really do have to ask, how could this performance come from an Academy Award winner?
You don't understand, Critic. It's so I could join the League.
The League?
Yes, the League of Good Actors who give one batshit crazy performance.
What, that's a thing?
Oh yes. Every talented actor has to give at least one totally awful performance in their lifetime. Remember Jeremy Irons from Dungeons & Dragons?
I've won so many awards, it doesn't matter what I do.
Or how about Glenn Close from 101 Dalmatians?
Oh, it's worth losing your dignity if you get to do an evil laugh.
That's what drew me to it.
Michael Sheen?
Only to those who nominated me for Frost Nixon, but to the rest of the world, I'm that crazy ass from Twilight who went,
Speaking of actors who were in Frost Nixon.
Oh, Frank Langella, you're in here too?
Yes, in one of my favorite roles as Skeletor. Because, as we all know, the higher the screen, the higher the paycheck!
So Duck Dodgers figures, yeah, I can let all of humanity die just to save my family. That seems the least selfish. When Tatum, somehow all by himself, gets through the most high-tech royal security in the verse, and even manages to destroy his entire kingdom as well. The power of fucking one, I guess.
Is this familiar, Mother?
Is this a trick question? Gee, I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say that Tatum saves her, yep. It's okay though, he wants to take her to yet a fourth sibling who wants to marry her and take control of Earth as well. They're kinda like Starbucks around here.
I want to open the door for something.
So Duck Dodgers finally decides she can be queen at home while also cleaning toilets. I think the stupidity of that speaks for itself. And look, Clarence even got his wings. And I swear to God, not even kidding, there was even more story than that in this film, but I simply don't have time to go over it. Yes, a lot of epics have big talks and complicated storylines, but the story of King Arthur works because we see our flaws and strengths in the character. Star Wars works because we like these people and want to see them get through alive. Thus, we're with them when they're thrown in these complex and dangerous worlds. Here, you don't care about anybody, so you don't care about the backstories or the made-up worlds. It attempts instead to sound big instead of feel big. It tries too hard in lesser areas and not hard enough in the ones that really matter. If there is one thing that's epic in this film, it's what an epic disaster it gave us in the end. It really is the Valhalla of botched epic stories. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and I'm off to play Donkey Kong to get a more epic story. I can at least relate more to him! Now give me party, you're very party, you're Jupiter. Oh yes, oh I love it, oh yes. Now take an hour to turn into your outfit. Yes, there you go, there you go. No, this isn't working, you're fired.
I love dogs, I've always loved dogs.